Greetings. I'd like to focus today on conscience, which is one of the most important concepts in logotherapy. Conscience is in fact a defining feature of what it means to be human. It's an application of what some writers call spiritual intelligence. Spiritual intelligence is what gives us the ability to discriminate. It provides a moral sense, the ability to temper rigid rules with understanding and compassion, and the equal ability to see when compassion and understanding must have limits. So we use our spiritual intelligence to wrestle with questions of good and evil and to look forward to unrealized possibilities, to dream, to aspire, to raise ourselves out of the mud. That develops from an early age. And in fact, it's a duty of parents and society itself to nurture that development. As psychologist Daniel Gilbert suggests, we think about the future in a way no other animal can, does, or ever has, and this simple, ubiquitous, ordinary act is a defining feature of our humanity. So where does that leave the dirty, undesirable behaviours, the small ones in our own lives, and the large ones, the war crimes that are the inevitable part of any major conflict and are being committed by both sides around the world as we speak? Does conscience allow that? Well, I want to share a conversation with you between Viktor Frankl and one of his students, admirers, about that very topic.
I said to him, you know, Dr. Frankl, I've always been puzzled. I just don't understand. He had been talking a little bit about the war and that kind of stuff. I don't understand how in the world people could do what they do in a wartime. We kill one another and blah, 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 blah. And I said, it just seems to me, my answer all these years have been, it seems to me that man has the capacity to anesthetize his conscience, and therefore that's what he does, these weird things. He's anesthetized his conscience. And I believe that until I talked with your grandfather, and he said, oh, no, he said, I would never teach that. You cannot anesthetize your conscience. What you can do, and what man is capable of, and what he does do is he anesthetizes himself against the voice of his conscience, but that conscience is always cooking.
Interesting. That conscience is always there. And the genius of Frankl and logotherapy is to recognize that, and to recognize that not taking account of conscience, not using our spiritual intelligence, anesthetizing ourselves against our own conscience can lead eventually to significant anxiety and depressive disorders whose source is the human spirit, not the physical or the psychological. Thank you for listening.